Oh, hello. Welcome. I can see the excitement all over. I can see the excitement all over. I'm glad you've been able to gain something. You started putting stuff together. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to hear that. It's a beautiful thing to see that lives are being impacted, lives are being transformed. People are getting results. People are getting transformed already. Just a minute, I noticed something here. Okay, yeah, I think that's cleaner. Forgive me. My videographer is not around, so I have to do this all alone. Yeah, welcome. It's the day
It's
two
11 o'clock.
of the. Sorry, that's from the system. So welcome once again. It's day two of the 7 days purpose discovery journey. It's a 7 days that's been set aside to make sure that everyone connected to this can discover the purpose for which they are created. And day one was fantastic. It was awesome. I'm encouraged by some of the responses I've gotten so far. But if you have not yet listened to that, I would urge you to do so immediately before you go on with this, so you can get the background of where we are coming from, because we're only building on what we started on day one. And if you are yet to drop your comment, I would love to hear from you what you feel about the whole session, what you were able to learn, how the session impacted you, and what you have been able, the decisions you've been able to make because of that particular session. I really want to hear from us all. So going forward, we are eating it, and today we'll be talking about something that takes us a step further into our journey, into the journey of discovering purpose. Yesterday we looked about a renewed mindset. That was what we did. We discussed about on day one, and today we'll be talking about look within. Look within. For the sake of those who are watching now, who will be saying this later on and are just stumbling on this for the first time, I am Adekunle Adeomi, popularly known as Kate Inspires the Charger. The goal of Kate Inspires is to make sure that we bring a balance between purpose and finance, so much so that you don't become fulfilled in terms of purpose and become poor financially. No, have all the money in the world but feel unfulfilled and get end up being depressed in life. So in a bid to balance both, we've brought about Kate Inspires. That was how Kate Inspires was bettered, and to the glory of God and the visionaire, my job is to make sure that everyone connected to this channel is charged up as much as possible, so much so that they are inspired to fulfill purpose. So today we are talking about looking within. Looking within. No, yesterday we gave the foundation that the reason why most of us got to this state of confusion, to this state where we are unsure of what we should be doing in life, or we are not so certain if we should step into that field yet, is because we've gotten to a state of confusion. We've gotten to crossroads based on the things we've heard from people, based on what someone have told us at some point or the other. And because of the various things different persons have said to us, that has brought us to a point where we are not so sure if what we are doing now is purpose, or if it is the right time to step into purpose, or if we are to even step into it at all because of the risks, the possible failures, and all attached to it. And we've been able to say that it's time we renew the mind. We need to take out all the noises, all the voices that has now become noise. They were once voices to us, but now they have become noise to us. So we need to filter out those noises and be able to hear ourselves. So today we'll be taking it a step further. We want to look within. We want to look within. You will agree with me that so far you've either been acting on the things you saw someone do, the things you heard someone say, or the way you see someone do what he or she is doing. So it's one thing for me to see what you are doing and get inspired by that. It's another thing for me to want to do it exactly the way you are doing it, thereby missing out what makes me in place of purpose. So my purpose is not just about me seeing you do something. and wanting to do it exactly the way you do it. No, it's about me discovering self and then doing what I am meant to do. It might not align with what you are doing, but it will, it's not two persons will be called into the same field to act exactly the same way. It's not possible. So if by adventure you've been inspired by what someone is doing and you're doing it exactly the way that person is doing it, you've not still gotten the fullness of your purpose. So you want to make sure that right now you stop looking without. You want to forget about who is doing what and how. Who is doing what and how is not your focus right now. Your focus right now is, what am I meant to do? Who am I on the inside? If I had not seen someone doing this thing, if I have not heard about someone doing this thing, if I have not watched someone do it this way, how would I originally have been doing this thing? Meaning, how will I originally be living if nobody has said anything to me? If nobody has mentored me in a particular part, if I have not admired someone so much that I'm now living or speaking or acting exactly the way that person is does, who am I on the inside? That's the first thing you want to answer. Who am I? Then you want to ask yourself, why am I here? Who am I? Then why am I here? See, you are not an accident. No, see, I don't care about the circumstances of your birth. Either your parents said you were a mistake, or they just used you as a last card, or they were not ready and you came as a firstborn, or whatever. See, for the fact that you are alive at this point in time, it's a certainty, that it's an assurance that there's a purpose for you in this time. See, if the heavens doesn't have an assignment for you in a time like this, the heavens will make sure that you don't come in such a time. So if you are here at this time, it means you have a purpose in this time. See, your purpose, see, you will not have been better off if you were giving birth to 50 years ago. No. Neither would you have done much more better if you were giving birth to 50 years after now. No. The best time for you to come on earth and fulfill the purpose for which you were created is now. See, for so long, I used to tell people, well, I think if I would come in the age where there were no microphones and all that, probably I wouldn't have been able to do well. And it's the truth. So I tell people that, see, if some of us were giving birth to in some ages, because of the way we sound, because of the way we speak, because of our voice, our vocal cords and all that, we would not have been able to survive if there were no technologies already in place. So the reason why some of us can fly at the pace we are doing now is because we were born in our time and we are using that time to the optimum. So you need to know why you are here. See, there's a reason you are here at this time, and you want to discover. See, this is not something anyone can help you discover. This is not something anyone can say. In a bid for people to help you discover it, that was what led you to the confusion in the first place. Why? Because different persons have seen one or two things about you. See, anything anyone have seen about you is something you have decided to give out. It's something you have decided to give expression to. Believe me, there are 1,001 things within you that you have not even allowed find expression in you. For so long, I was always shutting my mouth so much that, see, just a few days ago, I was on a journey with some persons, and about four of us were in the journey, and they were all gisting from the way place we took off from, and almost to the last point we're all going to depart. And the one someone said to me, you are so gentle, you are so gentle for my liking. What happened? Don't you talk at all? And I just smiled, that if only this person knows how much I speak, if only this person knows this my mouth is what makes me the most money in this life, this person wouldn't have asked me such a question. But to that person, because of the discussion, because of the conversation, and because of the topics and the place of conversation, that wasn't my own thing. To that person, I look like someone who doesn't talk. And if that person was to rate me based on just that one journey, person might have told me, find a job or a career that doesn't require you speaking, not knowing that that person has only seen a part of what I've decided to express. So that means there's a part of me who the person who inspires almost everybody, who everybody almost calls a talkative, that can be silent for hours, that can be silent for years. I don't we can be together in the same room and you wouldn't hear my voice all day long. So all you just need to do is give me my system and I'm all good. Give me my system, give me internet, give me light, and let there be something I can really snack on. You don't need to hear me. You don't even need to know I'm inside the house. But if it is time for me to express the speaking part of me, you ask yourself, doesn't this guy get tired of talking? So different persons have tried to help you define who you are based on the parts you have expressed to them. So the thing is, only you know what is inside of you you are yet to express, either because you are scared, either because you are unsure, either because you don't know if it is something the world needs, either because you just feel, either because you are even ignorant of it as at now. It could be for different reasons. So you really want to look within. What is it? What exactly are those things that if nobody were to be giving me any restrictions, if I'm not considering the fact that if I do it this way, they might say, if I do it that way, someone might feel like, what if nobody was giving such things? What if such circumstances are not available? Who am I? How would I really believe in? That is your why. That is the you who is really, really speaking. For years, people come to me, especially young ones, they just work for reasons I don't know. Young ones, in fact, parents tell their young ones, especially teenagers and young youths, to just go and meet kids. And I'm wondering, what do you want kids to tell your son or your daughter? They just believe once these boys with kids or once these ladies with kids, a conversation should set him or her on fire and be able to help this person discover whatever he or she needs to do with life. So for years, I just want to do it on look. I don't know. I'm not sure. So for years, I just keep pushing back. So I like to just talk to people, maybe one on one. Then a day came and I was talking to someone a bit older than me. Yeah, she's married and all. We just got talking. Life brought us together and then we got talking and all that. And then she said to me, this one that you like running to your coven, any small thing you want to be in your shell, the world needs to enjoy this thing you have, because the way you say the things you say with so much ease just encourages me as if no one else has said it to me this way. And that's not the first time I'm hearing that. So that sparked up something in me, that why should you now be so selfish with this thing? Why should do you want to counsel just one person at a time when you can actually express this gift to the world? And that was one of the things that bettered Create Inspires. In fact, in a bid not to open my mouth to talk, I first made it start as a blog. I said I will just write. Well, nobody sees my face, nobody hears my voice. If you are inspired by what you see, well, to God be the glory. If you are not inspired, well, it's you who knows. And then and then someone said, let this thing be on social media, just do short captions. And I realized these short things I write, and just, I'm sure some of us must have seen it, quote on either on Instagram or Facebook or something. And I see people repost, and I'm wondering, what is about what I just posted that people feel like, wow, this must be on my status, this must be. And I felt, oh, that means there's really something I am not allowing find food expression yet, because I was scared, because I was not sure, because I thought I didn't know enough, because I thought I didn't have enough. So you want to ask yourself, what is that thing within me that if there were no disadvantages, if there were no risks involved, if the situations were to be different, I would love to do. That means I have all the support I need, I have all the backings, I have all the resources. Meaning, if we give you the platform to do it, if we give you the resources in it, if we give you the support, if we give you the encouragement, if we need to send you to the school, you need to whatever, and we are willing to give you all the things you need to get to do this thing, what will you really be doing with your life? That is the person you truly are. That is the person you need to let come out. Until that person comes out, you will never find fulfillment. Trust me. See, the way purpose is designed, you will find so much joy doing it for free than doing something else that you are paid for but is not purpose. See, you might be doing something for money. A time comes when you are not paid for it. You are not interested in doing it. So what I'm doing now, I find so much. So somebody asked me, why do you just like talking? You are in fact the next program for after this is already the flyer is already ready, and then I'm already writing and putting stuff together. Somebody is wondering, why do you just want to just talk to? I say because that's what gives me joy. See, it gives me so much joy to see some of our comments. It gives me so much joy to remember to see somebody I once spoke to a few years back who was unsure about life, and just a year or two down the line, the person is already doing better. And the person is saying, do you remember that conversation you had with me? That gives me so much joy. See, the fee might not be there, the payments might not be there, but for the fact that I know that someone's life is being transformed by what I do gives me so much joy. Meaning, if somebody stumbles on this particular video, for instance, now, maybe 5 years down the line, and the person's life gets transformed, that is my own joy. That is why I can do this for days, for years without looking back. So that thing that is your purpose is something you will find joy doing, even when there is no fear attached to it. But if what you are doing now is only something you do because of the fear, you've not discovered your purpose. You've not discovered what you are meant to be doing. You've not discovered that man within that needs to come out, that woman within that needs to come out. And until that finds expression, you can never find fulfillment. So, what is it that is within that you are still hiding? That you are still hiding? Who are you? I dare to ask you, who are you? I'm asking you, take a minute to reflect on that. Who truly are you? I remember I asked someone this question, and the person told me, I asked the person, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What would you love to be if what to eat or what to drink is not an issue? And the person told me, as I close my eyes now, I see a wealthy man standing at the corridor or the veranda of his two-story building with fleet of cars parked and day. And I smiled and I said, that is not what I'm asking you. If that is what you are saying now, then you are saying the wrong thing. What I'm asking you is who is on your inside? What is that value you want to give to the world? What is that product, that service you want to create, that value you want to serve the world with? So much so that the world enjoy it, and in return, the world can now give you rewards, be it financial or otherwise, that can now give you that house or those cars or that whatever it is that you are seeing. Who you need to see is not that man. It's not that great businessman with his car. No. That's not what you need to see. See, that is a byproduct of the person within you. And until the person within you comes out, those byproducts will never follow. See, there's a place for finance. Yeah, in fact, there are a whole lot of things we'll talk about finance. So just relax. So I'm not asking you, what do you see? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Yeah, I see myself driving a G-Wagon, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the question. I mean, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? The value you are rendering to the world. I can tell you, 5 years from now, I see myself speaking to people whose life has been transformed. I was telling somebody, my goal now is not to become a billionaire. My goal is to be a father of billionaires. Meaning, when billionaires are gathered and you are interviewing them, who mentored you? Who was your role model? How were you able to move from level zero to this level you are now? They should be able to refer back to the name Kate. That is my goal now. So what am I going to do that? I make sure that I'm pushing out, I'm giving impact to the optimum to everyone around me. So the question is, when you see big men, they are trying to bring out new innovations, new ideas. What can we serve the world? Somebody thought about it. How can I help people's money become safe? So much so that thieves can no longer go after it. So much so that rodents can no longer eat them. So much so that they will not have to worry at night about what will happen to their money in the house overnight. And somebody started the idea of banking. That is someone with vision. Someone was able to discover My job, what gives me so much joy is to help, is to say that a whole lot of people don't have to worry about how safe their money becomes. So somebody brought out the idea, bank. This is a place where you can bring your money. And we are so sure that 10 years from now, if you wake up any day 10 years from now and knock at this door and you fill in the form, you are going to get your cash out the same amount you dropped in, without any headache, without any what happened. That is what I'm asking you. What value is in you? What solution do you want to bring to the world? What service do you want to render to your world? See, some people are marketers. All they are thinking about is, how can I help this person get his goods sold? How can I connect this person, this person who has created so much goods, someone who has invested so much money in getting this done? How can I connect this person to those who need to clear his goods so that he can make profits? That person who is a marketer in between is giving a major service, and for that, the money and all can now come in. So when you see a great marketer, a great salesperson, what this great salesperson is doing is making sure that I am connecting a buyer to see. There are people who all they know how to do is to broker deals. They don't know how to create things. Neither do they know how to buy, but they know how to connect the buyer and the seller. It's a natural thing to them. They've been able to discover that, and they have done that repeatedly. We have people who, as they discovered this, they became what we call copywriters. Copywriters, the lights went out in 1 minute. Copywriters, copywriters. All they are doing is writing about product and services, so much so that someone else is able to purchase what the buyer wants to sell. So who are you? Truly, who are you? What value do you want to offer to the world, for which you want the world to eventually pay you or give you financial rewards for? Who are you? Who are you? It's time you look within and discover that man that has been hiding within you, that woman that has been hiding, that thing you have been fearful about. Don't worry. All you need to do is get started, and we will give you all the support you need. Trust me. See, this community is not just about somebody is a star. Everybody in this community is to we are going to support each other to make sure that everyone's product or service or giftings are made known to the world. But you dare find out who you are and present that person to the world. If you are still finding issues to really, really know how to go about it, you can always come into my DM, you can drop your questions, and I can help attend to one or two things that I'm sure will give you the balance and help you bring out that person. And before you know it, you'll be happy and begin to find fulfillment in what you do. So this is day two. If you have not yet listened to day one, I need you to go right there and quickly listen to it, because there's a build up on it. And if you have listened to both, I want to hear from us. Drop your comments here on YouTube. Let me see the comment. Let me go through them. Drop your questions there too. You can also do so on the Telegram channel. Let me hear your questions. Let me hear your comment. I want feedbacks. Let me be sure that you are really getting impacted. Let me be sure that you are really getting value for the time and the data and the sacrifice you are making to be a part of this. Because for you to have clicked and gotten the ticket, even though it's free, it's a sign that you really want to unravel something. So I need to be sure that I'm helping you get to the bottom of that matter, because until that is done, I've not really fulfilled the purpose for which this was created. So see you tomorrow for the three. Meanwhile, before then, I'll be waiting for your comments and your questions, because the day is coming when we'll answer all the questions and we have a lengthy conversation. So stay blessed, stay sharp, remain in the financial game. Remember, like I always tell you, the generation is counting on you, and you cannot afford to fail them. Kate, I am rooting for you. I really want to see you succeed. Stay blessed. Bye.